So let's go on to activity 4. So you can read the instructions for yourself, but what we're going to do is we're going to take an old source of cobalt-60. It was ionized in 1990, and we are going to measure the radioactivity of that source by placing it directly on top of the Geiger tube. Then we're going to do the same thing with an identical source, except it was ionized in 2004. So again, these sources are identical. And our new one is the yellow one, and the old one is the orange one. So we're going to take our old one first. I set you on my handy dandy tripod, Geiger tube. I'm going to turn on our machinery here. Okay, so we can already see that it's not as radioactive as the green source that we had earlier. I'm going to turn this up to 100 seconds and start this over. All right. So 346 counts. Now we're going to put our new source on top. 1,943. All right, last but not least, we're gonna take our background reading. So another 100 seconds. Feel free to grab a snack. All right, 35. So go ahead and record your data if you hadn't already. And all right, you should be able to do the rest of this packet with the equations that were given to you in the beginning. We'll see you next time.